Well, I've got a good signal here. What I've done is I've moved from my normal camping position, and I've just moved further into the scrub closer to the river, and I've only just turned the detector on. I'm probably 150 metres from the car, and I've only just to turn the detector on, just give it a bit of a wave around on the only bit of flat spot that's not as grassy as I could see, and bang, I've got a target here straight away. So just bear with us and I'll try and get it out. Now what I've done, I've only hit the ground a couple of times with the entrenching tool, but I can see at least 2 Chinese coins down there. Look at that. Haven't seen the light of day probably well over 100 years. You can see how they've sat together. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Just in this one spot in the middle of bloody nowhere, I decided to turn the detector on. Well, I know what I'm going to do now, so I'm going to grid this little area here. I'll just show you where I am. As you can see, it's pretty grassy. But look at that. I'm just going to run the pro pointer over, and maybe there might be some more down there. I'll just see what I can do. Just wait one. No, well, there's nothing else down there, but what a beautiful find. 2 Chinese coins. I love finding these Chinese coins and doing the research on them. Anyway, I'll get back to you. I'm going to see what I can get around here. I'll see you later. Bye. Well, I just started to fill that hole in where I got the 2 Chinese coins out of, and I thought, no, I did it right. You run the coil over it, and I got another one. So 3 Chinese coins in the one hole. Jeez, I hope my luck sticks out. I'm doing well today. Well, if you can persevere with me, I'm going to try and do a live dig. I'm only, what, half a metre from the hole where I got those 3 Chinese coins. I've got another good signal here. But if you can bear with me and forgive me for the shaking, I'll try and recover it on camera. So here goes. I just hope I don't damage anything, if there's anything down here worth recovering. Okay, there's something down there. Sticking. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Another Chinese coin. Oh, I love these little things. Anyway, I'm just going to run the pin pro pointer over and just see if I can get another one. Oops, turn the bad boy on. Okay, nothing there as yet. I'll try again after I put the camera away, but another nice little Chinese coin. Oh, I'm doing well. I'm very happy today at the moment. Anyway, back into it and I'll see if I can get some more. Now I've got a very high sounding signal here. Okay, I haven't got a clue what it is, but I'm going to try again to recover it while on camera. You can see the bush termites there, eh? Anyway, he's hoping it's still the coin, or better still a sovereign. Yes. I don't think I'll have that much luck again. You never know. Oh, what was that? Something popped up. Oh, it's like an old belt buckle. That's a very nice one, isn't it? More, no, it's a brooch, more like a brooch. See where the pin's broken off, and that's the attachment over there. Oh, that's very, very nice. Oh well, I'll just see if I can get some more around here. I'm only probably 2 or 3 metres away from where I got the Chinese coin, so I might be on a bit of a spot here, so I better, even though the vegetation is very, very thick, I'll just persevere with it. No, I'm going very well. I'm very happy at the moment. Anyway, on to more targets. I'll see you later. Well, you wouldn't read about it. Guess what I just dug? Way out here in the middle of bloody nowhere, a pull ring. Now I don't know whether to take that home and frame it or not. Anyway, it's a target. I'll see you later. Well, this hole must be about probably 10 inches to a foot deep. This is what I got out of it. Big lump of lead. Thought I had a nugget there for a tick. Oh well, it's yet to come. Anyway, back into it. Might have to pull up pretty soon, go back to camp and wash the old face and maybe have a cold beer. Anyway, I'll get a couple more targets before then. See you later. Well, as you can see, the sun's setting, and it's also setting on another bush trip out west for me. Back to sunny Townsville tomorrow. I've had a very, very good trip. I really enjoyed myself. I've recharged my batteries and I've just relaxed. Last night it rained, and there's nothing like a bit of rain on the tarp to send you to sleep. It was fantastic. But yep, tomorrow back to civilization, and what I'll do is I'll clean up all my finds. There are some that I haven't got a clue what they are, but never mind, I've recovered or saved that little bit of history, Australian history, on the Goldfields. But it's beautiful out here. All I've heard is dingoes, brolgas, red-tailed black cockatoos, princess parrots, you name it. Even the old crow. If it's been kangaroos, there have been emus. It's been very, very good. I enjoyed myself. Anyway, I'm going to duck off now and have a bit of tea. I'll put away any gear that I don't need so I can get a quick exit tomorrow. But until then, all the best. Well, I packed up camp early this morning. As you can see, it's only about 7:15, I think. But I'll make it to Charters Towers. I'll get some more fuel, maybe something to eat, then just go straight on to Townsville. But some big roos up on the road up here. I don't know whether you can see them yet. A couple of big roos. There's Big Daddy doesn't want to move. Look at the size of him, big buck. Yeah, I'm going to take my time going home. I'm not going to race. If I get home probably about 11 o'clock, I'll be happy. But I'm just going to go into Charters Towers, maybe have a look at the museum. If I get a chance, I might take a few photos. But yep, we'll just wait and see. Anyway, I'll get a bit of driving to do. I'll see you later. Well, as you can see, I got back from my trip out west, and what I have here is the sum total of my finds, apart from the rubbishy ones and the ones that were just basically, well, rubbish, so I just disposed of them. I just basically left them out where I got them. But as you can see, I've got a few, many and varied finds, and there's some surprisingly good finds here as well. Now down here, these are some of the buttons that I scored when I was detecting. Then you've got the usual rivets and bits of copper that you find, you know, that held the leather together or whatever. Now I have the 5 Chinese coins I ended up recovering. The 4 on the left are from the same emperor. I think he reigned for about 60 odd years, but the one on the right he reigned from, I think it was 1723 to 1735, so he only reigned for 12 years, the bloke who had this coin cast. So that's quite a rare find, that one. Anyway, moving up here, I got a couple of beautiful iron nails. Now I got these 5 buttons in that little suspender buckle in the one hole, so that was a good find as well. And then you've got that little silver ring, handmade ring. I've checked it out, it's all handmade, roughly made as well, but it barely goes in my little pinky, my little finger, so obviously it was made for a small female. Then you've got the Chinese box lid, a nice belt buckle. As you can see in the top left hand corner, I gave it a bit of a love tap with the pick when I was recovering it, unfortunately, but it's still a very, very good find. Then another little buckle there. I have some assorted pistol bullets and pistol musket balls, and a couple of cartridges there in the middle. Now up here, I haven't got a clue what that is, but as you can see there, I've got the Collar Rising Sun hat badge I found out in the paddock there, so these things turn up everywhere. And just above that I've got another big lump of lead I recovered. Then you've got just an old buckle, some harmonica reeds, and just assorted camp lead and all up there. Now the object on the right here, I think it held a candle. I'm not too sure, I'm open for debate with this one. And naturally this one's either off a lamp or off a major door. And then I've got these two parts off a lock or a drawer or something, and then you've got a large caliber rifle bullet on the left. Okay, I dug this spur. It had a root wrapped around it, so it was very hard to recover. And this object here, I think it's screwed into something so you could lift it up easily enough. And here, as you can see, I've got parts of gold-plated watches, like, you know, the old watches that the old fellas that have in their side pockets. Now, to me, the most interesting find is this one here. You've got this section, that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. Now, they all belong to the same object. Now, I didn't clean these top parts because they're too fragile. I didn't want to break them. But it fell apart when I pulled it out of the ground. Now, I didn't know what it was, and I thought this here was a trigger, and I thought it might have been off some sort of old revolver or something. But after I checked it out, I found on this piece here, it's got writing. It says Colt Navy Flask. Now what it basically is, it's the screw-on lid to a black powder flask made by Colt over in the USA. Now I did a bit of research on the net, and it's got some beautiful pieces of work where these actual things fitted on. It had a long spout here, but this actual little trigger would open it up and would allow so much black powder to come out, and they'd put it in their muzzle loading rifles before they put the actual ball or bullet down. So that was an excellent find. So I've done a bit of research on that, and what I'll try and do is preserve those, so gently clean these top parts of any dirt and that's still on them. But yes, Colt Naval Flask, and I looked it up, and they're Civil War era for America, but around the early 1860s here in Australia, so it would have had to have been brought from overseas naturally. But yes, some good finds. That beautiful little brooch I found with the 4 Chinese coins, a beautiful little find that. And I also found that Chinese box cover as well. Now I've been told they held opium, I'm not too sure on that, so again I'm open for debate, I'd like to find out. But when I returned from from the west myself, and I was in Charters Towers, as I was passing, I just idly glanced in the bush as you do as I was driving past, and I saw the glint of glass. Anyway, I pulled up, jumped over the old fallen down fence, and I found these bottles here. This one says, you know, it's the old Bengal Chutney K Limited, Brisbane. This one's Australasian Pickles. Anyway, I found a head off an old cod bottle where someone had obviously bashed it to get the marble out of it. But what also I found is, I've only found basically these bottles themselves, but I saw the base of this one, of this crown seal, just sticking out of the soil. So I was up like that and I could just see the base of it. So what I did, I slowly extracted it, and what it basically is, it's a H. Rosberg from Longreach crown seal. Now that is a beautiful bottle. I've had a look on Bottle Guide. It's hard to get. It's made by the Queensland glass manufacturers, but it's a beautiful little crown seal, and that'll go in my collection. But yes, I was very, very happy with that. Naturally, it was just as dirty as these ones over here, so I gave it a bloody good clean, and it came up very, very well. It's had a few minor baby dings down the bottom there, you know, but nothing drama. It's got no big oysters or cracks or anything like that in it, and it's a nice little bit of glass. Dates from the 1930s, so I was very, very lucky to get that in Longreach. I don't think there'd be many bottles from Longreach, but the old Stockman Hall of Fame town. That was a beautiful find as well. But anyway, that's another trip from me. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope I can make another one pretty soon. And I want to go out there again at Easter time, and hopefully at least a couple of my boys will come out with me. But I was very, very happy with that find. I don't know whether I can zoom in on that, but you might be able to see just on the top there, Colt Navy Flask, and down the bottom it says the address or the makers, but I've got yet to do research on that. But that was a good find, that. Unfortunately it all fell apart on me, but such as something, when you look at it, something that's 140, 150 years old, I think I'd fall apart too. I've done some renovations down here as well. I just cleaned the top shelves of any of the old books I had, put them away, and I just put some of my bottles up there. And I also put some fishing line across, because we've got a phantom possum down here, likes leaving his calling mark, and I didn't want him to knock any of these bottles over. So I've redone some of the shelving, cleaned up a bit, dusted. I have to actually have a lot more done soon. I want to move a lot of stuff around and generally get it fixed up. But anyway, it's another detecting trip done from me. I've recovered a lot of finds, saved a lot of history, Australian history, and I just hope you enjoyed the video. All the best until next time. I'll see you later. Bye.